Hello students. In our last class, we had talked about the germination process. What is germination? The suitable conditions required for the germination. So what is germination? Germination is the process of formation of seedlings from the seeds. Every seed germinates after getting the suitable conditions. In our today's session, we are going to discuss the types of germination. There are two types of germination. One is apigeal germination, another one is hypogeal germination. Before going to discuss these two types of germination, you have to understand two terms. One is epicotyle, another one is hypocotyle. So what is epicotyle and what is hypocotyle? In this picture you can see the embryonic stem of the plant. So in this embryonic stem of the plant, upper part is known as plumule, which after that forms the shoot system of the plant, and lower part is known as radicle, which gives rise to root system of the plant. So upper part is plumule, lower part is radicle. Now what is hypocotyle and epicotyle? Actually epi means up and hypo means down. Epicotyle is the part that is present up of the cotyledon or embryonic stem. You can see this part. And hypocotyle is present below the embryonic stem, just above the radicle. Okay. So when the germination is going to start, you can see in this figure, I have told already that from the radicle root system will develop and from the plumule shoot system will develop. Obviously you know root system will develop under the soil or the ground, and shoot system will develop up the ground. So you can see these are the foliage leaves, true leaves. This is the cotyledon. So what is hypocotyle and epicotyle? You can see here clearly. Hypocotyle actually is the part just below the cotyledon, and it is present just in between the radicle and the cotyledon. And epicotyle, this part, it is present just up of the cotyledonary part. Okay, so this is the location of epicotyle and hypocotyle. Now we are going to discuss the two types of germination. One is apigeal, another one is hypogeal. Here also I have told already epi means up and hypo means down. So in the apigeal germination, the cotyledons, the parts, cotyledonary part that are coming out from the soil. Okay, so cotyledons come out of the soil in the apigeal germination. What happens in this germination process? Apigeal germination implies that the cotyledons are pushed above the ground. The hypocotyle elongates while the epicotyle remains the same in length. Students, I am telling you, this hypocotyle, epicotyle, epigeal, hypogeal, don't be confused in these terms. In the epigeal germination, actually the hypocotyle elongates, and in the hypogeal germination, you will see epicotyle will elongate. So just opposite terms. In the epigeal, hypocotyle elongates, and in the hypogeal, epicotyle elongates. Not the same one. So it is epigeal germination. So which one will elongate? Obviously hypocotyle. And I have told you what is hypocotyle. Hypocotyle is the part that is present just below the cotyledon. You can see this one is the cotyledon, radicle is coming out. This is the process of germination. First radicle is coming out, and this one is hypocotyle, just it is present above the radicle. This one is hypocotyle elongates, already I have told. Epigeal germination, this hypocotyle part elongates. You can see here this green colored part it is showing. See how much it is in length. Length is increasing, hypocotyle length. This part you can see that from the cotyledon or from inside the cotyledon, the new foliage leaves, green leaves are coming out. This one. Okay. So the hypocotyle elongates while the epicotyle remains the same in length. In this way, the hypocotyle pushes the cotyledon upward. Normally, the cotyledon itself contains very little nutrients in plants that show this kind of germination. Instead, the first leaflets are already folded up inside it, and photosynthesis starts to take place in it rather quickly. So students, what is the procedure of this epigeal germination? First, I have told already that epigeal germination is the germination in which the seeds or the cotyledons are coming out from the soil. You can see that cotyledons are coming out. Why? Because this hypocotyle is increasing in length, elongates, and this hypocotyle, the increased hypocotyle, it actually pushes the cotyledon up the ground. If it is increasing, obviously it will push the cotyledon up the ground. That's why in the epigeal germination, the cotyledon is coming out of the soil. Okay. So hypocotyle pushes the cotyledon upward, and what happens here? When the cotyledon is coming out from the soil, you know that cotyledon is the storage of the nutrients, but it doesn't contain that much nutrient for the whole germination or for the whole plant. So from inside the cotyledon, the first foliage leaves, you can see first foliage green leaves are coming out, this one, and it starts doing photosynthesis. Okay, green part, so that's why it starts doing photosynthesis, and after that this cotyledon wither off. Okay, example you can see bean, castor, cotton, papaya, onion. Actually this epigeal germination is there for the dicot seeds. Okay, for the dicot seed mainly it is found. Now I am going to discuss the hypogeal germination. Hypogeal germination, actually hypo means, I have told it means down. In the hypogeal germination, the cotyledon is not coming up. The seed is not coming up the ground. It remains inside the soil. You can see here the cotyledon or the seed is inside the soil, from which radicle is forming and the plumule is forming up. What happens in this case? In this hypogeal germination procedure, in the epigeal germination, you have seen that hypocotyle elongates, and increased hypocotyle actually pushes the cotyledon to come up of the soil. But here you can see that epicotyle. What is epicotyle? I have told already. Epicotyle is the part that is present up the cotyledon. So this part, up the cotyledon. So here epicotyle elongates and hypocotyle remains the same in length. So when the epicotyle elongates, obviously it will not push the cotyledon up because it is up the cotyledon. So when the epicotyle elongates, just normal plumule part will come up and it will form the shoot system, and the cotyledon part or the full seed part will remain under the ground. Okay. So hypogeal germination implies that the cotyledons stay below the ground. Epicotyle, that is the part above the cotyledon, grows, while the hypocotyle, that is the part below the cotyledon, remains the same in length. So in this way, epicotyle pushes only the plumule part above the ground, not the cotyledon part. Only the plumule part is coming out from the soil and forming the shoot system. Example, wheat, maize, rice, coconut. Actually, this hypogeal germination is found almost in monocot seeds and the dicot seeds. In this case, actually cotyledons do not become greens, means the foliage leaves are not coming out from the cotyledon. They gradually dry up and wither off. Okay. So at last today we are going to discuss the difference in between the epigeal germination and the hypogeal germination. Already all points I have told you in different way. You can see here as a difference form. Epigeal germination, hypogeal germination. First point, germination of a plant that takes place above the ground. Obviously epi means up the ground. Hypogeal germination of a plant that takes place below the ground. In hypogeal germination, cotyledons emerge out of the soil, and in the hypogeal, cotyledons remains in the soil. Here hypocotyle is long, here hypocotyle is short. In the epigeal, epicotyle is short, and in hypogeal, epicotyle is long. I have told opposite way. Epigeal, epicotyle short, hypocotyle elongates, and in hypogeal, epicotyle elongates, hypocotyle short. Cotyledons turn green and undergo photosynthesis. Cotyledons do not undergo photosynthesis. Energy comes from cotyledons. Here energy comes from endosperm. Occurs in bean castor. Examples, last one you can give. So students, today we have discussed about the types of germination. Bye and have a nice day.